What's that on your ear? Hey, okay? So we just came in the school after I've groomed him and he's just rolled on the floor. Brookie boo! And now he's just having a little run about, apart from he's got his rope halter on, which I'd like to get off him so he doesn't trip up. Brookie boo, come here. Want a treat? Come here. Brook, what's this? Come on. Come on, kid. Come on. Ooh. Brook, what's this? Are you doing some schooling? Just warming himself up, I think. Aren't you? I'm just worried about that rope at the minute. Yeah? Shall we take the rope halter off? Come here, what's this? Want a treat? Come on. Good boy. Good boy. So annoying. I'm just investigating everything. That's good. Just wish I didn't have that long rope attached to him. Like, oh, when he stands on it. Oh, look. So annoying. Brook, come here. Come on. So watching this video back is a bit bizarre because it was quite a long time ago now. This was in our first yard, and the training method I was using is basically based on negative pressure. So you're asking them to move away from the negative pressure being the rope. Brook absolutely hated it. You can see in his body language, he hates it. I didn't really know what I was doing. I did have lessons, online Zoom lessons, with someone who was teaching me. She was great, the lessons were great, but Brooke really hated this method, and I don't particularly like it now because I've learnt more about positive training. So that's what we do now. We do more positive training. Well, all our training is positive. And he enjoys it much, much more. I think the training sessions are more fun. It's more like a game rather than me swinging a rope at him, which, it's not nice, is it? And I know for a fact that if he got loose in the school now, in fact, I put him loose in the school on purpose, but he will come to me. We've got such a good bond now, and he does want to be near me. So I'm really not surprised that he didn't want to get caught. And yeah, it is a bit weird watching it, but you've got to go through that journey, don't you, of learning and finding out how you want to train your horse, finding out what works, what doesn't, what suits you, what suits your horse. And I think the main thing is being open-minded and willing to change, not just saying, oh, we've done it like this for 150 years, blah, blah, blah. It's you've got to evolve with things, and that's what we're trying to do. But you can see he's not happy. So I'm so glad that I found the more positive training ways to do things. Again, we're not perfect. We're still learning, both of us. But he's come a long way. I've come a long way. And we're going to continue to learn, etc. So, yeah. Good boy. And here again, basically what this exercise is you run the whip across his body, just stroking him, and basically you are waiting for him to drop his head, which then makes you release the pressure. So it's pressure release. So you put the pressure on, you see I'm slightly tapping him, and the idea is the pressure builds up. If the horse doesn't do what you want it to do, the pressure builds up and builds and builds and builds until the horse gives in and does what you want it to do, whether that be move his feet, drop his head, and then you release the negative pressure. So again, I just don't like the method. I think there's nicer ways to get your horse to relax and actually relax, not just drop their head, because they know that's going to release the pressure. So yeah, it's interesting watching these videos back, actually. I think we can learn a lot from ourselves. Good. Go rolling. Good boy. I don't know if you could see there, but as he stepped back, he had his mouth open, and what he used to do, he used to wind suck when we used to train like this. He doesn't do that anymore, by the way. He also used to crib in his stable, which he doesn't do because he's out 24/7. But yeah, it's really interesting because now I would literally just let him roll because it's a natural thing. Obviously, I don't want him to do it when he's got a saddle on, etc. So, you know, he does need to learn when he can do it, but it's a natural thing. And I think because he was stabled at this point and he wasn't getting very much turnout, are you surprised that he wants to have a little roll in the sand, you know, feel good on his skin? And you probably heard me say, oh, you're so naughty, but actually it's not a naughty thing. It's a natural thing for a horse to want to roll. So I just, sometimes I wish I'd have known what I know now, but actually I think you do have to just learn and grow in the time. So I think I'm a better horse person now because we went through this process. So for his bed, I've got straw pellets. Basically, they just create like a nice soft bed, really absorbent, and then it's really easy just to take the pups out. I did start him off on shavings, but I was going through like 3 bales a week. And it's just ridiculous. So once you've done your bed, it takes like 6 to 8 bags to begin with to make your bed, depending on how big your stable is. And then I use 2 bags a week. So it actually works out cheaper, and plus you don't get as much wastage. So I'm in the yard anyway, so you know, it's not, I don't deal with the muck heap, but if you've got your own muck heap, then you're going to have less muck in there because you literally just take out the dirt, so the pups and the wees. And yeah, it's just really easy to use. And he is quite dirty because at the minute he's in the night, so he pups and he walks around and he spreads it all around. And with shavings, it was just an absolute mess. So this works so much better. So yeah, so that's what we're on at the minute. We just shake, and then you can just take the poo out. Instead of just looking at the poo, just gonna have a chat about Brook. So I think sometimes you can get a little disheartened from, so you know, like how he was today, I could have been like, oh, it's crazy, it's ridiculous, but actually it was quite funny for a start. And we learned something. I think if you can take each experience and learn something from it, then it's a good session. So I've learned that he likes to roll in the sand. And it's Scott now.